Hey everybody, welcome to the POS Podcast. It's just three of us today. Saber's on vacation, so he'll be back here next time. But yeah, I'm Paleosteno, your host. I've never said that. I'm not sure why I said it now.
Tell him. You're in charge. You're the boss. You're in charge. You tell him how it goes.
Anyway, I have here with me today Hirosashi and Jax Blade.
Watashi, whatever the fuck he says. Yeah. I'm high.
You could just say I am here with the English.
I know. Fucking voicer. I'm sorry. You know what? I need my water.
I imagine he says like watashi ga ta.
Yeah, he does.
Okay, there you go.
Because that's what literally you hear that so many times at conventions. Like
He uses
I heard
watashi,
that.
really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. I expected him to use like ore, or at least boku, and whatever. Anyway, whatever. That's fine.
Anyway, how was your guys' weeks?
Absolutely insane.
Or past 2 weeks, I guess. Well, I know, Hiro, you and I had hurricane stuff to deal with. Yeah, my power went out at my house.
Nothing happened to me except for a gigantic thing that happened to me, which had almost nothing to do with the hurricane.
Yeah.
Just the fact that it happened to rain enough to showcase this problem. In my new house, I guess there was some like leakage area through the wall that like water could get through, and enough rain dropped so that I could showcase that defect in my house. So my carpet got wet, and the wall got wet, and it started molding, and that was obnoxious. But I have a plan for this house since I bought it new, called a 1-2-10 plan. So for 1 year you get certain things covered, 2 years you get certain things covered, same for 10 years. For 1 year you got any leakage defects like that covered. So I got it covered for free. Granted, they did not let it go easily. I had to like fight for it. I was like, "What? You offered me the coverage, man."
But you said.
But you have to go through your HOA because this has to do, or your homeowner's insurance, because this has to do with the hurricane damage. I was like, this had nothing to do with the hurricane.
It had to deal with the rain.
Right. So I like showed them like word for word what it said in the contract. I was like, this, exactly what it says, is exactly what's happening on my wall. So you fix it. And after fighting, which I'm not a confrontational person, so I hate doing it, but like after fighting with them, I finally decided to fix it. I was like, good, this is a new house. I'm locked into this contract for 30 years. You better pay it. Damn.
That's good.
Yeah. Then let's see, what else happened the past 2 weeks? Oh, my mom was in the hospital.
No.
Yeah, but she's fine now. I actually just went to go see her today at her salon, and I got my hair cut.
Looking fresh.
Yeah. So she's doing just fine now. She was in the hospital for a couple of days last week. But what about you, Jax?
I mean, yeah,
coughed up blood.
Yeah, I coughed up blood. Like what's funny is like I got released from physical therapy the week before, and I was like, oh yeah, I feel great. I can go back to weight training normally. Yeah, I got my swole on, and so like I just have to wear these like special armbands they gave me, and I'm like going back to doing my workouts and having fun. Then like I think it was Tuesday of last week. Like for some reason I'm just doing good, whatever. Marathon and Verve, whatever, and I actually got a chance to get sponsored by them because Funimation contacted me, so thank you. So that's good. But it was one of those things where like I went to bed and I had like Pele even commented on this because like I don't know what happened. Like I just went to bed with a fever and I had like 15 freaking fever dreams. Like it's like they were so vivid too and so realistic, and I couldn't tell that I was in a dream. Like it was like I was on Twitter in two of my dreams and it felt so organic and natural, just like, oh, I'm doing it. But then like I woke up into another one and it happened like 15 times back to back, and they were so vivid and like so like I had no idea what the hell was going on. And so this one of them, like I can tell something goes on if something like really good happens to me. Like for instance, my thing was like, oh, your YouTube channel, it shot up to 60 million subscribers. And I was
Jesus.
like, what the Jesus Christ? And I was like, what? And so I looked at all my videos, and all my videos have shot up to like 10 million views each. I was just like, oh, let me check my AdSense. What? And I was just like so excited. And then I woke up and I was just like, what the fuck? And then like I went on Twitter and I tweeted about that. And then like all of a sudden someone messaged me like, yeah, that sucks, man. You need to work on your YouTube thing like this. And I was like having a full conversation. And then I woke up again. And I was just like, what the fuck? And I didn't know what was going on with my life. And so like there was a little point where I woke up again. And I literally didn't realize it. And then Paleo sent me this freaking Adventure Time clip. And I was like, I'm
the clip where
I'm awake.
the lich is like...
Yeah. Because like, you know, like, when
wake
you're
up.
asleep and you're like, you do tests, like if you feel like you're asleep, like, oh, pinch yourself and stuff. And it's just like, I feel like I did that, but I feel like I slept it to myself. Like I was like, this or something, but like my body, because it felt like I did, but I don't know, but it was weird.
I hate dreams like that where you have something good happen to you and then you wake up and you're like, God damn it.
It's so
Like-
annoying. It's like so annoying.
I remember like having this dream where I went to this place and they were selling like Super Nintendo cartridges for like $3 each, and I was like, holy shit, there's a lot of great stuff here. And I was like getting a whole bunch, and then I woke up and I was like, damn it.
Yeah, it's so freaking frustrating. It's just like, stupid brain, stupid. And it's just like, why are you doing this? It's just a fantastic thing. And then I got to catch up on Cowboy Bebop. Watched Bojack Horseman earlier season again. Just I wanted to like rewatch the season and make sure like, okay, because this season I was like, okay, I like it for what it is, and and I watched the first season again, and then I started watching Cowboy Bebop because I never finished Cowboy Bebop all the way through. But yeah, it was pretty interesting, and I just stopped now coughing up blood, and yeah, I feel good. Oh, you know what? I have a story like Hirasashi where I had to fight some people. Not in my dreams, but like actual like thing, because like so there's this mailing company called DHL, and they're supposed to deliver you certain packages. Like if you say, oh, I want it this many days in advance, they'll send it to you. And I ordered a package with like this stuff in it, and I was just like, well, I need this for Saturday because I need to film some stuff with it. Even if I'm sick, I want to be able to just have it on like standby. So usually months go by because my house is a new development as well. Like my parents had this house built like last year, so it's just completely new. So sometimes people have trouble getting to it, but then there are times when people can just get to it on the spot. And I'm like, okay, yeah, these people, you got to it once, you should be able to get to it anytime. So they send me this like freaking mail, and they say, oh, we're sorry, your package couldn't be delivered. And I'm like, okay, you delivered like 3 times before. What's the deal? So I call the place up and I'm like, hey, can I please get a thing? And this is where I got to give props to their Twitter, because like I called the place up and I said, like, I need this package delivered by this time tomorrow. And they're like, sorry, man, like, can't do anything about it. You can go drive and pick it up. Like, no, I need this picked up tomorrow. And they say, well, sorry. And they hang up the phone. I'm like, this bitch fucking hang up. Like, and I was just like, all right. And so like I go on Twitter and I tweet at them saying, hey, you guys, I can't believe you do this. And they actually respond to me back. And they say like, hey, what's the routing number of your thing? So I give it to them. And then literally 30 minutes later, they give me all the stuff I need to like get it picked up. And then I call the person again. And this person's like, I guess I have to talk to my manager. So this motherfucker who hung up on me like calls his manager, and his manager tells him, because there was a person I tweeted to, like somehow they got the message back, that he has to drive his ass personally to drop this package off to me. So like was he dropped the shit off to me, and I was just like, yeah, thanks, motherfucker. Yeah, and I just like looked at him like, what you get, bitch? Just like fuck off. And then I had my stuff. But yeah, that was one of those things. Like I didn't know tweeting to an actual company helps out with this. So yes, that's good. Tweeting to a company. So props to them. Fuck that motherfucker.
All right. Well, let's get into our topics, I guess. And if you want to ask us questions, our Twitter handles are right there, so you can always like follow us on Twitter and ask us questions. Or if you want to use the super chat and support the channel, you can do that. So the first thing we're going to talk about, which we're probably going to be talking about some spoilers for it, but first we'll do general thoughts. Bojack Horseman Season 5 came out, like the day the hurricane hit.
Yes.
Yeah, I binge watched it that day before my power went out.
Do you want to go first?
Watched 2 episodes of it the day it came out, and then the next, like, I think it was the day after the next day, I just watched all of it because I wanted to watch. I think that was a Sunday, I wanted to watch all of it before I went back to work because I knew one of my coworkers would want to talk about it.
Yeah. Good thing it came out on Friday.
Yeah, right. But also there was a hurricane, so I was like, maybe my power will go out. That would suck, right?
Yeah.
But it didn't. So, but I love it because it's BoJack. I personally think it's the weakest season out of the 5, but that's like saying.
Thank you.
That's like saying, oh man, it was ice cream instead of cheesecake. Like whatever, it's still great. Jax, do you think you thought it was the weakest out of the 5 as well?
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you completely. Like it was some of the stuff. Like I can see what they were going for, but some of it felt like one of my friends actually brought this up. He said like some of the dramatic scenes seemed a bit forced instead of like organic in certain areas, and I was just like, yeah, I can sort of see it in there. I'm just like, there's certain aspects of it where I go like, okay, I get like it has a pattern to follow. When you watch the scenes, it's like, okay, it starts off comedy. Like there may be some sadness, but then like there's gonna be an episode where it's like mediocre, like not mediocre, but like a medium of both comedy and sadness, and then there's just gonna be a straight up like dark half, and something's gonna wreck you. And there was nothing like emotionally wrecked me like this. And like the only thing they say, like they keep bringing up something that wrecked me like 3 seasons ago that I just refuse to watch that episode again. But it's one of those things where it hit me like that. But like, okay, I'll say this, I'm not gonna spoil it, but the darkest thing that happened this season, like to me it was just like, I mean, what?
Because
like,
they get one use of their rule apparently after what I'm going off of from these 5 seasons is they get to drop the F-bomb once per season. That's what it certainly seems like, right?
Right, exactly.
And when they do that, it's supposed to be like the like destroy you moment. And when they did it this time, I was just like,
it's just like I've seen that in worse shows, honey. So it's just like, yeah.
I don't know. The reason I say it's the weakest is because I feel like there wasn't like a huge focus. It's just like
they were focusing on a lot of different characters and their different arcs going on.
I will say I was able to finally figure out who my favorite character was, and it's Emily. I generally like Emily as a person. Like I was thinking about it, like watching the show. I was just like, she doesn't annoy me. She doesn't make me pissed off. She's just like a person trying to live her life and do something like that. I'm just like, okay, I like you.
My favorite character is still Stilton, the mouse. I actually like both of the Stiltons, both Stefani and Ralph. But Ralph is he's just like a perfect guy. Like how could you not like him? He's a perfect gentleman.
Yeah, well, I guess talking out. Well, I guess she's not even part of the main cast, so Stilton's got a valid character. Because, like, I mentioned to these two both before that when I watch them, BoJack, like, there's certain characters like BoJack's meant to be unlikable. Mr. Peanut Butter's a fucking tool. Yeah, that's what he is. This fucking Todd is like his shtick gets old really, really fast. And Princess Caroline, like I can see she's very work oriented, but some of the stuff she does to herself and it's just like, oh, honey, you deserve better. And so it's one of those things where and Diane she's Diane, so it's just one of those things.
I don't like Diane. I don't think she deserves anything.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what the fuck. Like I was thinking about that this. You know what? Pickles reminds me of freaking someone. So
do you like Pickles? Wait. Does that count as a spoiler? I don't know.
Well, I mean, okay, you know what? Fine. It's one of those things because
you want to go into spoilers?
No. We could just. Do you?
Because like I have a spoiler tag, so.
Okay.
So I'll put it up for spoilers if we want to go into spoilers because So, I guess I'll start it off. One of my favorite episodes, but has one of my least favorite endings.
Yeah.
Talking
about
is the Eulogy episode.
I hated the ending
because mainly because it's rare to see a show of like just a character talking about like someone else. I don't think that kind of episode could work on TV. So yeah, it's just Bojack talking about his dead mother and how he hated her. But by the end of the episode, like he realizes he's in the wrong friggin' like funeral room.
Man, this is one of those fucking tropes. I hate that trope so fucking much, man. It's along with the getting rich and losing it in the day.
Yeah,
like fuck
yeah,
you.
definitely.
I'm
not a fan of that trope either.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Pedro. Go ahead.
Yeah, but yeah, Pickles and also Mr. Peanut Butter's like arc throughout this season, where he starts to realize, like, you know what? Every girl I've dated starts out fun and then become not fun.
Mm-hmm.
So
because you're an ass.
It's because he's a child, and I like that Pickles makes him realize that he's a child, and he sort of like grows up through like some of the episodes, but he still messes up.
I like the fact that she's a dog and he's a dog, and it's just
it's weird. It's weird because like I think she's both good for him and bad for him. She brings out the fun in him, and
she's a bit too young
like
for him. She was born in '93.
Yeah, ignoring the age bit, obviously, but yeah, she brings out the fun in him, and Diane didn't let him do that as much, so he gets to be himself, and she gets to be herself, and that's great. But the thing that Diane was good for him for was that she called him out on his shit, whereas Pickles like doesn't really do that. She's just like, I'm fun, you're fun, we're fun. And like sometimes you need someone to call you out on your shit. That's kind of a good aspect of a relationship to have, you know?
Well, didn't she sort of call him out like in the early thing? When she was just like, I don't like this, and then he just, you know, like that whole BS that happened. Like I do like Pickles as a person, but again, I'm completely with Diane, where like I'm trying to order something and you completely forgot my fucking order. Fuck you. Like yeah, exactly.
You know what scene? It's so silly because it's just a little scene, but it, like really, I was like, I hate this. When Mr. Peanut Butter and Pickles were driving, like to go see the space station explode, and Diane was talking, and Mr. Peanut Butter, I gotta scoot back far enough. Mr. Peanut Butter was just like. I hate that feeling.
I hate that feeling so much too.
It's like it's awkward, and it's like, hurry up. Anything else happen, please?
Yeah, awkward silence like that. That's just
like,
one
man, I feel you. It's really when like a good example is when you're like in a movie with people who you're not comfortable seeing like certain scenes with, and that scene pops up, and you're like, oh, this needs to be over right now.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Just I don't want you to see this scene.
I don't want to see the scene around you.
I don't want to like look over at my peripherals and see you seeing me see this scene.
Right.
So one thing I wanted to talk about is friggin' Princess Carolyne is from North Carolina. I never expected that. I was like, oh my god, that is definitely what rural North Carolina is like, because I live in it.
I'll tell you what, you have nothing but that Waldorf salad or whatever it was that they have the thing, that fruit salad thing they were eating. Remember when they went to the park?
Oh, they were oh yeah, what were they bringing? Like everybody brings ambrosia, yeah.
Yeah, it's that marshmallow stuff that you got
to a potluck or whatever.
They referenced the Greensboro High Point metropolitan.
Yeah, area. I was like, what?
It's so specific. I go there sometimes. In fact, a lot.
Because around one there now.
Yeah, there's around one there. Like I go there. I'm going there this weekend, actually. Yeah. Also, oh my god, one of my favorite quips was like. That lady with the baby, she was walking with Princess Carolyne. She's like, those are my 3 cousins. I slept with all of them. She's like, no, I'm just joking. I'm from North Carolina, not from Tennessee. I was I almost fell out of my couch. So funny.
Yeah, she was funny. That one was funny. She kept switching back and forth. You know, I did think it was funny when Carolyne was saying like, no, I got a baby now and I want to do this, and that was almost like, you know what? You're right. I want to go live my life, my baby, and just like, no, I mean, you can't do this. No, you can't. She's just trying to fuck it. It's just like fuck yourself. I thought that was just like the most need to like shut the fuck up. It was great. What was it? So wait, are we talking spoiler?
Yeah, I have the spoiler.
Okay. Like, so the thing with the strangulation scene, I don't know. Like,
the strangling scene. Yeah.
That's to me. I mean, it was dark. No lie, I'm not condoning what the fuck was going on and shit at all. It was just one of those things where I don't know. It didn't hit me like the other sad thing. It's like, oh, she overdosed. This person did the unspeakable thing from season 2. Oh, this person died. And it's just like, oh god, this is just one of those things where it didn't. I don't know, because I guess Gina didn't have that effect on me as a character. I'm just like, I like you fine enough, but it's not like I'm, oh shit. Like,
it wasn't like, it didn't make my heart drop or anything. Right?
Yeah.
It was still nothing more than season 2. Season 2 is a hard one to beat.
Season 2, I can never watch again. I can never ever watch again. Just I feel. I know. Here's the thing to go with that. When he called the house, that one fucked me up. Yeah. I was just like, I really hope Charlotte doesn't pick up the phone.
Right. I was like that was like a real stress level. So I was like, please.
Yeah, dude. I was literally sitting like, like I can.
if I know they will, because like they gotta for the drama, but like when or if Charlotte and Bojack ever meet up again, I'm gonna turn off the TV. Like I can't handle it.
No, I literally can't. I feel so bad in that situation, and it's just like I don't know how you come back from, like, you literally can't. You don't. It's just like it's over, and then like the ending of him just going to rehab. I mean, I guess it's inevitable that was going to happen, but still, it's just one of those things where, like, I was sort of happy with season 4's ending because it was like, it was a happy ending. It was a happy ending. Like, he was, everyone got along and everything was fine. But then it was just like, no, it's a new season coming out, so we had to fuck you up. And then like when she came back and like visited and just like, oh, you trying to poison me again? And it was just like, no, those were my back pain.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting. I was like, oh, that's like a real thing, like some mega PTSD.
Yeah, exactly. That was horrible.
Actually, I remember the one scene, because it wasn't the scene where they said fuck. Again, like I said, the scene didn't hit me that hard. The scene that, interestingly enough, I like had to stop for a second was when Mr. Peanut Butter like had his arm around Pickles, and Diane like was like, I will never have that support from Mr. Peanut Butter ever again. That like destroyed me a little bit, honestly. Like, I don't know.
What do you guys think of Diane's haircut?
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it.
Usually like
Pale, you just need like a little silver line on your like left side. And then you got Diane's hair.
Yeah, my haircut's today, so like it's a little bit shorter now, but yeah. Yeah, it was actually like down here before, so.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you like to do that with the
it was
crawling in my skin look.
So yeah, I guess we'll stop talking about Bojack and start talking about some other stuff. So yeah, Bojack season 5, not the greatest season, but still worth watching, I think, if you like the show. So it'll be interesting to see what they go from here.
Oh, you know what? Let me say one more thing. There's an episode me and Pele talked about this before thing. With Todd's character, there's this one episode where they have like these two psychiatrists are talking to each other because they're dating. They're two lesbians who date each other, and then there's this whole thing where Todd's having this like fit that like Princess Carolyne ate his cheese, and I'm just like, first of all, you're staying in her home. This is her house. You don't even get it. Like, that's another part of freeloading I can't stand, when they try to do that shit. Like, you ate my string cheese, and just like, first of all, it's my string cheese. I can eat whatever the fuck I want. This is my house. I bought this house. You're staying on my couch. It's just like, yeah, fuck you. Like, that was one thing that bothered me. But the Todd annoys me, and Emily, I feel so bad. Look, what do you think about him breaking up with his asexual girlfriend so fast?
I liked Yolanda, but after
I thought it was hilarious that her family was like so sexual.
That was weird. That was weird.
I thought, like, how are they going to do like a romance story with two asexuals? Like, oh, that they're going to make it hilarious.
Yeah, I liked Yolanda, but I think she's too good for Todd.
Yeah, but probably. Also, like, I mean, I think anybody's too good
reserved
for Todd.
Yeah, seriously. Like, Emily was way too good for Todd. Like that whole scene where Emily was like, "Well, I heard some asexuals have sex, and you want to do it," and I was like, that makes sense why you wouldn't want to just like go, because a bunch of aromantic people who just like, well, I don't have sex in my relationship. I know asexuals who do have sex, and
Right, yeah, just to pleasure their partner, right?
Yeah, it's fascinating. I'm interested that I'm very fascinated they didn't go that route, but I'm glad they didn't go that route just to force it into like, oh, well, you got to get these two back together somehow. Just get your toys kissing again, whatever.
All right, let's move on to some other Netflix stuff. Not like full in depth like we were doing with BoJack season 5, since we're all big fans of that show. But next thing, let's talk a little bit about the show that came out called The Dragon Prince. That's from one of the it's from one of the Avatar people. I can't remember who, but it's somebody that worked on Avatar.
Brian or Mike?
I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, it's from one of the people from Avatar.
So was it any good? Because I didn't get a chance to watch.
I've only seen 2 episodes so far that I watched with Hero, but
that's all I've seen as well.
I don't know, like the story is interesting where it's going, but the main thing about it where it's literally hard to watch because of the animation.
It's not like Ruby CGI where like Monty actually did really good fight scenes.
No.
It's just frustrating.
No, Ruby is like smooth compared to this.
It's frustrating because it's like 15 frames a second and sometimes like 10 frames a second, I swear. And then if it was consistently like bad frame rate, I'd be like, oh, whatever, this sucks. But what's even more frustrating is that sometimes it'll just jump up to like 40 FPS. I'm like, so you literally chose not to? Like,
yeah, because like I think what they were doing is like, oh, we're going to make it to where it looks like 2D animation with these 3D models. And sometimes there's actually like 2D animation for the effects. Like sometimes like the water in the show looks really good. And sometimes when they're moving faster, like that elf girl, like she moves fast sometimes, and sometimes that looks good. But a lot of the time it looks like this very jank early stop motion.
Oh, so like pre-Nightmare Before Christmas?
Yeah.
So like
almost like a Rankin
movie?
Bass movie. Or a Rankin Bass special. Like, you know those Christmas specials that are like stop motion? Like it almost kind of looks like that.
So like the abominable. I can't say that damn word. Abominable, whatever. Like the snowman.
Why do you turn into Arnold Schwarzenegger?
I really cannot say the word abominable.
I just say Rudolph.
Rudolph.
Yeah, so, something like that. Like the animation sometimes kind of looks like that, where it looks like early stop motion.
I mean, those movies hold up in a fun way, but like if it's new and it's not
if it's new and it's 3D, that's the thing. It should be smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not. So would you say?
Because the thing is, like, 3D shows, like, they don't have to look bad.
Right.
Like Jimmy Neutron.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Well, I'm talking about more like recent shows, like Miraculous Ladybug, which looks good.
Miraculous Ladybug is surprisingly good.
So the movement. I haven't watched the rest of it yet because there's only 9 episodes. So I'm gonna watch the rest of it and do a little thing on it later this month. Or
I got
technically in October.
Show. That's more interesting.
Yeah. But the Dragon Prince so far, like. The story's a little interesting so far in the first 2 episodes, but the animation is really hard to get past. Like the backgrounds and everything look amazing. Like the water effects look really good, but it's the models of the characters that just like stand out so much. It's so weird.
Okay then. So would you recommend it, or so far from these 2 episodes? Would you
recommend it? I cannot.
Okay.
It's just the animation is so bothersome.
I mean, do they make up with it with like witty comedy where you're like, oh well,
the story is like, if the animation was better, the story would be good enough to where I'd be like, yeah, this is a good show. But the animation is so bad, even the story, I can't recommend it.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch the rest of it. I'm gonna watch the rest of it this week, and then I'll say whether it's worth like going past that or not.
I think the story is interesting. I do. It's not interesting enough to compensate for the animation.
Okay
Yeah.
then.
All right.
Yeah.
Next thing we're going to talk about is another Netflix show that came out.
Which
That
is way more
Hilda
interesting.
literally the same day.
Is it
I
that
thought it
Hilda
was 2
show?
days afterwards. Wasn't it later? I don't.
Is it
Or
that
wait,
Hilda
no, I think
show?
Dragon Prince came out the same day or Dragon Prince came out the same day as Bojack, I think. Maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
think so.
one
Yeah,
of
yeah,
those.
yeah.
So
Anyway.
was that
It
Hilda?
was, yes.
Yeah, Hilda.
Hilda was later. Yeah.
Yeah. How's that?
It's really
That's
good.
not
It's pretty interesting. I can recommend that one. Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Put that
pretty
on the
neat.
watch later list.
Yeah, it's if anything, because like when me and Hero were watching the first episode, Hero asked me, "Are you getting like an Adventure Time vibe from this?" And I said, "Yeah." This
Hilda.
it seems like it takes inspiration a bit from Adventure Time and Gravity Falls as far as the way it
Ooh,
feels.
okay, you caught my attention.
Yeah.
I love that shit.
It
It's
really
pretty
feels
neat,
like
though.
a combination of those two. But this is actually based on like a comic series, apparently.
Apparently. Was
Yeah.
it a comic series or a book?
Or
It's a comic
yeah,
series?
I guess like a graphic novel type thing.
Is it four?
Wait, is it based on that thing that the movie with the girl with the carrot? No, that's Matilda.
Yeah, that's Matilda.
Do you know if it's based on like a foreign? For some reason it just seems like it'd be
it's
foreign
English, I
something.
think.
It's
13
English,
episodes.
Yeah.
like England.
Yeah,
Oh, so it's
Okay.
British, like
Yeah.
Animals of Farthingwood. Okay.
yeah, and they all have British accents in the show too.
Are they actually British actors, or are they like
I don't know.
people putting on an accent?
They sound British.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, but-
British comic book. You're right. Yep.
Okay.
Graphic novel. Okay.
Do any voices sound familiar? Like you go, oh, I know that voice.
Not
No,
exactly.
Not even one.
Okay. That's good.
Which is great for me because as more of my friends, as much as I love for my friends to get work, as more of my voice actor friends or one of my friends become voice actors,
Right.
the more they show up in media that I consume, and I'm like, no, I can't get into this because I know you in real life. But
Oh,
I
that's
do
a
want-
shame.
it
Because
is a
Jesse
shame
like appears
because
in the new like Avatar series or
and
something. Like
Monty
yeah.
and yeah, like I want my friends to get work. There's above all, I would gladly give up my entertainment for them to get work, but it just sucks when I'm just like, who is that person? Oh, it's literally my friend.
Hmm.
Great.
Yeah, but Hilda, it has a very like interesting style to it. It like I said, it feels like a combination of Adventure Time and Gravity Falls, and very interesting music. It has this sort of synthy soundtrack to it.
Stranger Things.
Yes, Stranger Things. Yeah.
It was funny because when Kaylee and I were watching it, we were like, that's sort of like this, that's sort of like this, that's sort of like this. I think we named like Shadow of the Colossus, Stranger Things, The Office, Gravity Falls, Steven Universe, Adventure
Yeah.
Time, some other stuff in there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've all me and Hero have only saw like 5 episodes so far.
Yep.
Yeah.
5. Okay.
But from what we've seen, it's really good. So
Mhm.
there's like
Nice.
13 episodes, I think. So
Yep.
13 episodes, and they're all 24 minutes apparently to
Yep.
listen in. So okay, no, that looks fun.
Blasted that in one day.
Yeah, blast
Yeah.
down one day. Like I forgot how fast you can get through stuff. Like 'cause that's all I was doing when I
If
was
you're watching it
sick.
by yourself, yeah.
It's just like,
Yeah.
just like
I definitely
that
watched like 12 episodes of Super Den yesterday. I was like, dang, I just watched. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, it was also great on streaming services because it's like if you want to, you could just skip the intro and like scale right to the next episode. Just like,
Right.
oh, do you want to keep watching? Let's skip this.
Right.
So there you go. Continuous stream.
All right. So I guess since we're talking about Netflix, let's talk about the fact that they announced a live-action Avatar series.
Live action
Not.
Avatar. I mean, it's by the people who made the show, but it's one of those things that you look at and you go, well, you know, Zuko's mother, you made this into a comic book. How about you animate it? Or like, you know, this whole thing with the Zula becoming good. Or did you guys forget that promo art where you showed all the Avatar people as adults and shit like that? Like, I mean, the old G ones, like, I would love to see
Yeah.
Aang.
The thing,
them
like, saw somebody saying this because like even though the concept art looks really cool, the thing about like making a live action version of something animated
It's
is
easier.
that it belittles animation, I think, because like live action is seen as like, oh, this is the real thing, like literally.
Right.
So it almost like, I guess, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not belittles, but
Takes away.
Extracts. Like it
extracts the special uniqueness. Extracts the uniqueness of the animation.
Damn, what is the word? I know what word I'm trying to say.
You'll remember it in 3 hours.
I know.
Is it on the tip of your tongue? Like,
Yeah,
can you think of like what it starts with? Like,
no, I can't. Anyway, but it makes animation seem like less important, I guess. That's another way of saying it.
Lessons. Okay. Yeah. It lessens the significance of the animation one that's like still holds up to this day, and like there's a bunch of qualities.
Undermine. That's the word.
Yeah.
It undermines like animation a bit by like remaking it into live action.
Yeah, and it makes it incredible too.
Wow.
I'm too sick. Thanks, Jordan. Jax is too sick to high five. He's just...
So I mean, it's gonna be on Netflix, so I'll probably like watch it to see if it's any good.
I mean, it's by the people who literally created the show, so it's just like the only thing I'm wondering is, are they going to do the same exact story just in live action, and it's just like, oh well, here we go, or are they going to do like something different? Like, oh well, you heard of like Avatar: Last Airbender? Well, this is the live action series of after he became, the airbending, the master avatar in the series. So I wonder if that's what they're gonna follow, or because to me, I don't get. I mean, I see why they would want to just retell the story in live action, but again, it's just you already have it, and it's really well done, and it's just you don't need to do it again. Just show me something new, just whatever. Sucks.
I'll watch it,
DUYW
said in the chat, live action makes animation having less value as a mindset. So or it's made to seem like animation is the lesser form.
Right.
Do more in animation.
Literally, like animation's limitless. So
yeah, exactly. So it's just like, what the fuck, man? It's like, oh, that's that cartoony shit, honey. Remember when I used to watch that when I was fucking 6 years old? Yeah, that shit was awesome. I mean, I remember I was going through one of my videos, and someone commented, dude, you were 14 when Avatar came out? Dude, how old are you? I'm just like, what are you talking about? Like, it's just, god damn it. It's not
just
a good show. It's a good show.
I remember, like, in the Semi-Perfect podcast last week, like, when Sarah was saying, like, oh, yeah, I went to the theater to go see Paranorman, and then somebody said, you saw Paranorman in the theater? How old? That's dating you a bit. I was like, what?
Like, what?
Paranorman came out in 2012!
Right.
It did come out in 2012.
Oh, you kids!
When did Carolyne come out? Like 2009?
2009, yeah.
Oh, shit. Damn.
Like, less than 10 years ago. We're in our 20s.
It's just like, honey, like, what do you mean? It was like, oh god, what the fuck? Like, you saw fucking Lion King in theaters? It's just like, I mean, it comes in theaters every year, but like, I saw it in the 90s and whatever. Like, you remember how long it took for Jurassic Park to come out on VHS, Paleo?
Yeah,
that was like a year.
It took like
yeah. I'm glad someone else remembers that.
For anybody who like buys stuff on Blu-ray and like digital or whatever,
it comes out so fast now.
Yeah, it comes out so fast. It comes out within a few months after releasing in theaters. It used to take a year or more.
Yeah, Jurassic Park came out like it literally took a year or something because it came out like October of the following year that it came out. It was just ridiculous.
And it was like a big event too. It was like, oh yeah, the highest grossing movie of all time.
See, now you're being an old man.
Yeah.
But we didn't have to go there. Yeah. Oh man.
All right. Staying on the streaming stuff. Let's talk about Disney's plan for their streaming stuff and what they're going to do with it, which is pretty interesting. Is that for some exclusive stuff that they're going to have on there? Is that they were going to have exclusive like miniseries for different Marvel characters, like Loki and Scarlet Witch, with the reprising with the actors reprising the roles, which that's really interesting.
Like that Marvel money.
Like, yeah, they're going to use all that money to make like miniseries that people want to watch.
You know what's funny is, God, I forget the actor, Matthew, I forget his name, the one who played the Rocket Raccoon. He was talking about like how when he like went in to read for that role, he was like, oh, this is just going to be a normal paycheck. I get paid decent for my other movies. And he got paid so much more just to voice that one raccoon than he ever did for any of the other movies. It's just like, yeah, I want to stay with these people for as long as I can.
Bradley Cooper, that's the guy.
Bradley Cooper, yeah, Bradley Cooper. So he was talking about that, and I'm just like, oh, damn, that's great. So it's just like when you look at people like Chris Hemsworth, Chris Evans, and like all these people, it's just like they're set for life. All they gotta do is just, they're fine. They got action figures. They got like movies like Chris Hemsworth talking about like, I just want to get fat once the series is over. I'm tired of being buff as Thor. I'm just gonna be fat now. It's just like, okay, man, you can keep making money, whatever you want. Be happy. Yeah. But yeah, that's fascinating what they're doing.
Jim actually said on Twitter, like, it'd be interesting if they did like a Thanos quest thing where they have like Josh Brolin reprise the role as Thanos, where he's going to get that first Infinity Stone, where we didn't see how he got it.
Or what about when he was on Titan?
Oh yeah,
he was like, we need to talk about this overpopulation problem.
Yeah. So I'd watch a mini series about Thanos. Thanos is fun. So
I know that.
Was he right?
What?
Was Thanos right? Oh, that's all I hear. I still haven't seen that movie.
Thanos was right.
I still haven't seen that movie.
Technically,
at some point.
He is as right as Carl Pilkington, because Carl Pilkington said like a while ago, he was saying like
somebody dropped Carl Pilkington as Thanos.
Yeah, because like literally, Carl years ago on this thing, he said, for those who don't know, Carl Pilkington is this great, fascinating man that you should look up.
It's on the Ricky Gervais show.
On the Ricky Gervais show. Or just it's Ricky Gervais, him, whatever, like they do this thing. But he had this whole thing of just like, overpopulation's a problem, right? And what I suggest is, we should have dinosaurs knocking about, just keep knocking off people, just knocking them off right there. And it's just like, well, because people are living longer. We're keeping weak people alive. And he was saying like, oh, usually we would see like, I'd see David. And he'd be like, okay, that happens. But then he like next week, what happened to David? Oh, T-Rex. Oh shit, yeah, whatever. It's so funny. Like it's just like Carl brought this up years ago. So that'd be hysterical.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Anyway, it'll be interesting what kind of exclusive stuff Disney's going to bring into their streaming service. Because if they have like exclusive cartoons and stuff, then yeah, I'd be like all over that if they do some
Starburst
kind of cartoons. I don't know like stuff that they're already airing on their channels, but like if they make their own originals. Wander Over Yonder season 3.
Moon Butterfly, the series. Moon Butterfly versus the no. Actually, I can't. Hold on, give me a second. Think of a good title, but that'd be awesome to see Moon.
What if they made a Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers exclusive to the streaming service?
Race just hops in here. Hello.
It's like, how did you get in here?
How did you get in? I have my ways.
All right. Now let's go on talk about some trailers. And since we're just talking about Disney, I guess Mary Poppins Returns.
You mean that horror movie looking motherfucker?
Yeah.
That shit is scary. I don't know why people think that Mary Poppins is like.
Yeah. Did you see the new trailer?
No, I didn't see the new trailer.
Okay, because the new trailer is much better.
Okay, because the first one was scary. That was
and like even the title sounds like a horror movie.
Yeah.
Mary Poppins Returns.
go 1 hour without seeing Mary Poppins, then a storm is happening. You just hear that little knock on the front of your door. It's like,
Oh, don't say it. There's a Mary Poppins trailer. That shit freaked me out because like it was just like, what's that in the sky? And then it was like, and it has that heartbeat, and you see her like floating in the sky with the umbrella, just like.
All right, so
lightning. I have returned.
So Mary Poppins Returns. The reason I'm excited for this movie is because they are having 2D animation in this movie. Yeah. The first time Disney's had it in a movie since 2011.
2011.
Yeah.
Winnie the Pooh movie.
Right?
Yeah.
Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
Which is a good movie, y'all. You should check it out.
So
Did that movie
very
do poorly or something? The 2011 Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah,
No,
it
that
didn't
movie
do- it
got
did-
released at the same time as that other big movie, and it was
the
just like,
last
that's not
Harry
fair.
Potter.
Yeah, and it's just like,
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
why you
that
got
was a
butt
bad
rape.
release date.
yeah, it's just like
I gotta
y'all.
blame Harry Potter for why I can't get 2D anymore.
Yeah, you really do, because like that movie, it was just like it was such a blowout.
It was also
just
a
like-
very weird choice to make after Princess and the Frog. It was like, okay, we got Princess and the Frog. It did pretty well. Let's do Winnie the Pooh next. It was like, wait, but there's already a ton of Winnie the Pooh movies, and people saw it as that. Because like there was a bunch of like not lower budget Winnie the Pooh movies. Like there was like Piglet's Big Movie, the Tigger movie, like Pooh's Grand Adventure or whatever. There was...
Great Skull. Was that the one with the skull? Where they thought school was skull. Which one was
No,
that?
I think that was like an early '90s one. I'm not sure.
Was that the Great Adventure?
That was the Grand Adventure, I think.
Okay.
I can't remember.
You went to
But
skull.
yeah, there are like so many of the Winnie the Pooh movies, and people saw them as like, oh, these are like preschool movies. So having like a Winnie the Pooh as like your next movie after Princess and the Frog is kind of weird. Like Winnie the Pooh 2011 is actually a great movie. I love it, but yeah, that wasn't a smart choice for Disney. So Mary Poppins Returns, like the fact that it actually has 2D animation in it, I'm very excited. So the movie itself from the trailer looks like it's just Mary Poppins again, but still, I'm excited to see 2D animation again. From
Do you
Disney.
think the 3D Disney movies would be better if they were 2D, in your opinion? Like if they had like a thing where they're like,
Okay, hold up.
where they like they go.
Oh,
to,
there are things that happen in some of the 3D Disney movies, like Zootopia, where I'm like, I can't see this happening as well as it does in 2D.
Zootopia needs to be 3D. That was what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
That movie, I do not think it would be better
because the
in
fur
2D.
the fur is just so realistic.
Not really
in
because of that, but maybe
It's
because
not
of
even
some of the action scenes. I think would be
Right.
really hard to do in 2D, and if they did do it in 2D, it would be very expensive.
Yeah, like them running
it's
away
Disney.
them running away from Monches, like in Tahunga or whatever. That I don't think that'd be incredible in 2D, but it would be ridiculously difficult.
Yeah.
You know, here's a little side thing. Like, I just noticed this because you mentioned how expensive that would be for Disney to do that. But then, like I said, oh, it's Disney. But then I just realized Disney is cheap as fuck with certain animation studios.
Yeah.
Thing. Because, like, okay, for instance, I was watching that new Marvel cartoon with the Marvel girls with Spider-Gwen and the Squirrel
Oh, yeah,
Girl
yeah.
and all that shit. And it looks like fucking dude because they don't have cell shading. I don't know why they don't have cell shading. It's just like one of the most basic things, like give a character shadows and shit like that. It looks annoying, and then the way they move, it just doesn't feel right. But then like you see things like what was it, Super 8? Not Super 8. What's the one with
that's that
BB?
J.J. Abrams movie.
Not Super 8. The God, the big white robot. With
Oh,
the,
Big Hero
Like,
6.
Big Hero 6. Yeah, that one. Yeah. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm sick. I don't know, Hero. I'm sick. They do really well with that show. It sort of reminds me of Kim Possible, but it's just one of those things. I'm just like,
I think like, sorry, you done? Sorry.
yeah,
I think Big Hero 6, Frozen, Tangled, and Moana would all be fine in 2D, like fine movies. But
Yeah.
even Moana,
I think Moana would be, actually there's some
because
sequences
the water,
because
that
there's
water.
some sequences that they because that water though.
That water does look really good.
Yeah.
There are some sequences that I saw on Tumblr that were like they were drawn in 2D.
Oh yeah. Because they're pencil tests. Yeah.
Right. I was like, you could have just done this, man. Like.
Yeah, because I think Moana was originally going to be like a combination of like 2D and 3D, like Paperman. But then they decided against it.
Right.
I think mainly because of the water. Like they really wanted the water.
That water, though.
Yeah, that water. Yeah.
All right. I guess moving on. One more thing regarding Disney, I guess. In a way, Captain Marvel trailer for that.
Maybe Shazam.
Wow.
Yeah. For people who don't understand this nerd joke, Captain Marvel.
So yeah, Captain Marvel, who punched an old lady.
That's mostly what people are focusing on.
Yeah.
They did a really great one where like that whole scene with like a Thor coming down, he throws the thing, and Thanos is like, "You should have gone for."
Oh, bye.
Oh no, Jax, you're dying.
Head, and then
Wait, Jax, say it again. Yeah, you were like cutting out a little bit.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm saying like there was this great GIF of like where Thanos says you should have aimed for the head, when Thor puts the thing, and then so like Captain Marvel pushes Thor out the way, and Thanos just has this look like, and then she just slaps the fuck out of him, and then he just dies, and he just fucking dies with his ass. I was just like, it was great. But yeah, I'm excited for this movie because it's just like it's one of those characters that you see that is like such a great Marvel character. Like that they changed the name so much, but it's just like I like that they bring in so many aspects of it. Like first thing, I like how it instantly dates itself back in the 90s by like Blockbuster. You know what that is? I remember that in the 90s, and it was just like, yeah, that was this set.
Yeah, they have Samuel L. Jackson looking like he did in the 90s.
Yeah, well, Samuel L. Jackson has some black don't crack effect on him.
Yeah, he does.
Legit does not age.
Yeah, like it's one of those things where like if you're a black man and you like take care of yourself, like drink 1.5 gallons of water every single day, because that's what the black don't crack secret is apparently, and then like you like shave your head completely and shave your beard so you can't see any gray hairs and stuff like that, you can look like constantly 30 or 40. It's just like whatever. That's what Samuel L. Jackson looks like. So it's just like seeing him with that, I'm just like, oh, they put some CGI on him, but he still looks great now. So it's just not that big a deal. And then like Coulson, what they did with him, they like gave him that little flat top, and all these other characters. Like you saw Ronan the Accuser in there from Guardians of the Galaxy. So that's so awesome that he was like in the trailer. So I'm wondering what they're gonna do with it. I like what they're doing. Like all these people are giving like Brie shit though because she didn't smile, because she's all like serious. It's just like shut up, y'all. Just pay attention to the fucking characters' motives. But I don't like how the scrolls look like freaking Piccolo from Dragon Ball Evolution. That made I was just like, oh my god, that give me bad flashbacks.
All right, a couple more movie things, and then one last thing before Q&A. So they showed off. DC showed off some images and video of Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker. For their standalone Joker movie that they're doing for some reason that isn't connected to the DCU, so which I still don't know what they're doing with their whole universe.
They're just gonna nuke it after Infinity War 2. They should just start over.
Maybe they shouldn't start. Maybe they shouldn't start at all. Make cartoons? I don't know.
Yeah. So Joaquin Phoenix, of like Gladiator.
Yes, it's frozen again.
You said they should.
Oh my god. Oh, there he goes.
There we go.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, there we go. I'm making sure everything's working. Yeah, I'll say this about the Joker. I like it because Joaquin Phoenix is fucking crazy in real life. Just he's nutter butter. So it's just like he can get that roll down. And then like one of my friends brought up a good comment. Like he sort of looks like, like a Insane Clown Posse member with the thing. Like he looks like a juggalo, like a juggalo's dad. Like he's just, I want to be like my son. I'm just like, fuck this. It's just the way his eyebrow goes up. But yeah, I like the way he looks so far. He has that creepiness to him, like the Joker would have. But again, it's just I don't know. I like the fact that this made the creator of Suicide Squad literally tweet that like, oh yeah, I think I fucked up with my Joker. Like he tweeted that. He was just like, hey, I did something with that. And yeah, I think for what it's showing, I think it's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know why they're doing it. I'm just like,
why a
whatever.
standalone Joker movie? Yeah, like why these standalone villain movies? Or I guess
I don't get those at all.
Venom isn't a straight up villain though.
Yeah, he's an anti-hero.
So yeah,
he's like the Punisher.
There are like other villains in Batman. Why do we so much Joker?
Yeah,
like,
always.
Can we go like Mr. Freeze, Riddler? Like what?
The thing is, like all
we need the Condiment King.
Yeah,
the Condiment King. Yes, that'd be fucking great if they actually did that.
That would get so memed on so hard. It might actually be popular.
Well, seems Batman that you couldn't catch up with me in time. And he actually said that. Oh god, that was so beautiful. But it's one of those things where I don't like standalone villain films too, because I feel like you do need that hero to be in them. Like, but there are certain ones that I do like to see, like Mr. Freeze done right, like from the Batman animated series. From the
animated series. Yeah, if they do like that kind of storyline in live action, that'd be great.
Yeah, exactly. That's heartbreaking. Like what he went through, or like Bane storyline, the actual Bane. Like that's fascinating too. But it's just like I don't want to focus on them, like because I don't get like he's the protagonist of the story. I know we have villain protagonists all the time, but it's just like I'm just not used to that sort of thing of just like, oh, well, we got to have like a villain we're following along, and he's gonna like it's gonna end like in a sour note because he's evil. Fuck out of here! Just I don't get it.
Yeah,
but it'll be good.
All right. So yeah, one last movie thing, and then actually two more things. I forgot. After these movie things. So Transformers. There was a new Bumblebee trailer, and they showed more Transformers, and they're in the G1 designs, but redesigned a bit, and they look really good. Like Optimus looks good. They showed Soundwave. Yeah, which I have an image of.
Shockwave too.
Yeah,
it was fucking awesome. Oh god, dude! I'm all right. So I'm in the camp of people that actually the first 2007 Transformers movie I don't mind at all. It's not a perfect film at all. I will never stand up for it, but it's one of those films like if it's on, I can enjoy it for what it is. And then like as Lindsay Ellis said, they do have that great line in there, just like I ate the whole plate. The whole plate. I like that line. It's just a stupid throwaway line, but I say it all the time. And it's this movie is just like. You could have done this all along. What the fuck? And it's just like, oh, you realize Michael Bay's not the one doing this. It's the guy who did.
Yeah, what was it? Travis Knight. He directed Kubo and the Two Strings, and he's like the founder of Leica. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
so it's weird. It's weird that he's doing a Transformers movie, but since he's like somebody from animation, I'm like I trust him more than way more than Michael Bay.
Michael Bay, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, so did he also? So is he a director, Travis Knight?
Yeah.
So did he direct like Carolyne and Pickles?
No, he didn't direct those. He's
okay.
But he was like the founder of Leica Studios.
Okay.
If you know,
so he's the guy who's dad.
He's the guy who like got the money.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was the rapper, right?
Yeah, he was a rapper.
Yeah,
I thought his dad was like the founder of Nike or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Can you imagine?
Like that? Yeah.
Can you imagine if this was all practical effects and he like did the whole stop motion thing with actual like gears? Insanity. I mean, you have to be an insane person already to work on stop motion things. Just I feel like
looks like so much work, like so much.
I feel like so bad if like someone accidentally sneezes.
Yes.
It's just like worth the work. But I can't wait. I'm actually excited for this now because Soundwave is my favorite Decepticon, and I know they're not going to be in it most of the time, but yeah, it's one of those things. Though I will say, I do think it's a bit weird that Blitzwing. Wait, was it Blitzwing? I forget. I'm forgetting the villain of this. It's not Starscream.
Yeah, people said it was like Blitzwing. With like Starscream's colors.
Yeah, he is. He's
Yeah.
like cosplaying Starscream in this, and it's just like we should just had Starscream then. Side people go off against each other. Okay, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if this is a prequel, do what they want to do.
All right. Enough about movies. Let's talk about video games. First of all, let's talk about the fact that Telltale shut down, or is shutting down.
Were they not doing well?
Apparently not. Well, from what I've heard behind the scenes, like their employees were being treated like shit.
Like garbage, right?
Yeah.
Like sausage party shit.
Maybe worse. Actually,
Oh,
laid off like 250 people. Now they're just a smaller team, and apparently they are going to finish the final season of the Walking Dead game. Because before they said they weren't, but apparently they are now. I guess with a few people that want to finish it. So all other projects though are canceled.
Oh shit, that sucks.
So yeah, Telltale Games is the developer behind like the Walking Dead game, The Wolf Among Us, a bunch of other games like Tales from Borderlands, that Game of Thrones point and click game. The thing
That
is
Walking
like
Dead game was good apparently.
Yeah.
Like really good apparently.
the thing is like I saw I can't remember whose video it was, but there was a video about how The Walking Dead and its success was also Telltale's downfall, because every game after that was the same thing. Like literally the same kind of design, the same kind of like I guess it's storytelling. So it all their games sort of became homogenized. So yeah.
And you said you like these games. Unfortunately, like the nature of them, they're just so easy to watch videos of.
Yeah,
or something like that,
they
so
are
the
very
problem-
just easy to watch somebody do a let's play of them, because it's almost just watching like a show, basically.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that has its pros and cons then. So
Yeah.
this is like, oh, I actually want to watch this, but I don't feel like playing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and also there was another thing about like the choices in the game and whether they affect your game or not. A lot of times they don't at all.
Right.
Like the ending's always going to be the same.
Which
So-
is a very frustrating thing to have in a game that has choices.
Yeah.
As a person that plays a lot of visual novels, let me tell you, it sucks.
Yeah, it sucks in dating sims. I was playing this one the other day.
Do I? He did it on purpose. Dating sims and visual novels are not the same thing.
Okay,
you did
Carl.
the clapping thing.
Yeah, you did the thing I do.
Oh God.
Yeah, but like after the first Walking Dead game, like Telltale's games pretty much changed for the better or worse, depending on like who you ask. Because before they had stuff like the Sam and Max stuff, which they did. They did a Jurassic Park game, which I played recently after seeing Jurassic World 2, which
Did
I
they do the
like.
Lost World one?
Huh? No.
that
This
them?
was like a like more of like a point and click game.
Oh, that one where the dinosaurs chase you and you have to click either left or right, and if you go the wrong way, the dinosaur will grab you?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, I think
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
And they did like a Back to the Future game, which apparently people really liked.
Yeah.
Because both the Back to the Future and the Jurassic Park game like expand the lore of each of those franchises, which is really cool.
So is Owen
So-
in the Jurassic Park game?
Huh?
Is Owen in the
Oh no,
Jurassic Park
this
game?
was before Jurassic World. This the Jurassic
Oh.
Park game came out in like 2011. So
Oh, okay.
yeah. But
Cool.
Telltale, yeah, it's unfortunate. They didn't really know how to, I guess.
Tell a tale.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not that, but they also like put out a ton of games within a span of a few years, so they probably had too much to work on.
Oh.
So they spread their selves thin.
Damn.
So yeah,
That
that's
sucks.
it's unfortunate.
Oof.
All right, one more thing that's very exciting to talk about. PS1 Classic.
Yes.
Yeah, so Nintendo.
This better be on it. This better be on it, people.
And if it's not on it, you can hack it for it to be on it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
There we go.
But yeah, so I guess Sony saw Nintendo selling all those NES and Super Nintendo classics, and they're like, we got a classic console, and so they made one. A couple of weird things about it, though.
Okay.
It's not the DualShock controller, so it doesn't have analog sticks.
See, everyone's sad about that.
Didn't it
except
not have
me.
that?
Yeah, that's the way I played the PlayStation.
Yeah, that's how I played it growing up.
I didn't have DualShock, so that's fine
I was
with
like,
me.
yeah, I remember I was like, what are these? Because my dad brought it home. I was like, what are these things for? Like,
Yeah, it would be interesting if they released like another controller that had the DualShocks in it to use for it. Doesn't have an AC adapter.
Oh wow, that's weird.
That is a gigantic problem. Yeah,
that's fucked up.
Yeah, doesn't have an AC adapter, even though it costs $100. So
does it have a memory card, or is it?
No, it's an internal memory.
Wait,
okay,
it costs $100?
Yeah, $100.
For what? It's some PlayStation 1 games.
So yeah, that's the main thing for me. It was like $100, but it costs. But it costs $100, but it doesn't come with an AC adapter. I mean, it comes with like a USB cord that you plug into one of these. So if you have one of these laying around, this is actually like from the Super Nintendo Classic. So
nice.
So if you can just plug it into this, like, but it doesn't come with one of these. It comes with a USB cable, but not one of these.
Absolutely ridiculous.
That's silly.
Yeah, and
that is literally silly.
The other weird thing to me that was very weird. And there's a few theories about why they haven't revealed the entire list yet, but they only revealed 5 games so far out of 20 that they're putting on it. So the 5 games they have so far are Wild Arms, which that was an interesting choice. I was like, oh, but it is a first-party game from them.
Right. Wild Arms is fun.
Yeah, Jumping Flash, Tekken 3, Ridge Racer Type 4, and Final Fantasy 7.
Of course, Final Fantasy 7.
Yeah, they put Tekken 3...
It's the most popular one, I think.
Yeah. Wait. I might be thinking of. Oh, which is the one?
Did they put the?
Keep talking. Go ahead.
What is the one where you turn into animals and you fight?
Bloody Roar.
Yeah, I fucking love that game. They better put
really
Bloody
fun.
Roar. Yeah, I like when you turn into a lion and fuck people up. I want that game on there. They should also put that Kane Soul Reaver game. That was fun. Where you like threw the fucking spear and you absorb people's souls.
Yeah, Toonjay says, well, buying 20 PS1 games for $5.99 on the PlayStation Network would cost $120.
Jesus.
Jeez, man.
That is lame.
So.
Oh, okay. So there's gonna be downloadable games, like
no. It's just like 20 games on it.
So I mean, could I technically put this game in the disc? Or
if you hack it, yes.
So how do you hack it?
Or mod it?
How do you do that?
Like, because you can do that with the NES Classic and the Super Nintendo Classic, where you just put your USB into your computer and you can like follow instructions to mod it.
Right.
But so people are speculating why they haven't like revealed the entire list of games yet.
Right.
And some are saying like because they might have be missing some heavy hitters on there because of the ESRB. They're probably not going to have any M-rated games on there, which means there's probably not going to be Metal Gear Solid, and there's probably not going to be Resident Evil, which are two very, very like popular PlayStation games.
What about Tomb Raider? When we got to see her triangle
Tomb Raider's
things
rated T, so it might be on there.
What about Gex? Or
Gex?
What was it?
I think Gex is rated M.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah,
I think it is.
Is it really? Wow.
Yeah, because you said like Gex likes to have sex or some shit, and I remember that on the playground. That's the only reason I remember that trifling shit. So
is it rated
what
M?
about?
Let's see.
I know one of them was rated M. One of them was rated M. Yeah, one of them definitely was rated M.
Yeah, I'm also thinking like
What about?
Because I'm thinking like for like Crash and Spyro, like which one, because they probably only put one of each, but which one of the trilogy would they put on?
Probably the original. I hope they put Crash 2 instead of fucking first Crash. That game is fucking hacks, and Crash 2 is actually better playing. Like, if you play the game, like, actually compare the controls and compare, like, the gameplay, it's actually way more fun than Crash 1.
Okay, as Shunjay says, Gex 3 is rated T. The first two are E? Really?
Okay, yeah, I was like, I don't remember Gex.
I remember someone... Okay, I must have saw one of those inappropriate things on the internet. All right, yeah. Okay.
So I'm also thinking of some other games to put on there for different representations of different developers, because Konami can put on like a Castlevania Symphony of the Night, which is one of the biggest PS1 games. So that'd be a great one to put on.
So is it all going to look blocky? It's all going to look like OG PlayStation.
Well, it's going to be an HDMI out, so it'll output to like 720, I think.
Okay. But it's still going to look like old school.
Oh yeah, it's still going to look like that.
Okay.
So, it'd be nice if they put Spider-Man on there.
Yeah, it would be. It'd be nice if they
I'm
gave
not
Spider-Man.
like who owns the rights to that game now?
With this one, I have. Hold on.
Yeah, because who was it published?
Activision. It was
Yeah. Do they still own the rights to it though?
Neversoft and Activision, because remember Neversoft used to do
Neversoft
like
isn't around
Tony
anymore.
Hawk.
Yeah.
They used to do those freaking Tony Hawk games. Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. So the whack Tekken is Tekken 4, not Tekken 3.
Okay, yeah.
Tekken 4 had a lot of because Tekken usually has like walls that are very like predictable where the walls are. So they'll be like in a square, or there'll be no walls at all, or like a hexagon, like the arenas. That's how the walls usually are. In Tekken 4, there's like, what if we just made everything like a natural environment? So a forest is just like shaped like this. And it's like, where's the wall? Who really knows? And there were slopes like downward. It was a mess to try and know what your combos were about to do in that game.
So
and there are hilarious combo videos because of it.
So I'm thinking of some other like games that we could put on there, because like
Mortal Kombat 4. They could put Mortal Kombat 4 on there where you could like Toasty 3D, because that was the first time they could say Toasty 3D. That was funny.
says because they have 7 on there, Final Fantasy 7. If Square were to put, because it's only 20 games, so I'm guessing like there's only like going to be like, a certain amount of representation from each developer.
Right.
Like if they, because I'm not sure if they put like 7, 8, and 9 on there.
8's not going to be on anything ever again in life. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Because of the ridiculous gun blade.
I can pick it up right now.
But yeah, tactics maybe, just to have like a different kind of genre on there.
Oh, Parappa the Rappa. That's so
yeah,
good.
they can put that on there
probably
definitely. Yeah, that'll probably be on there.
That definitely better be on there.
Yo, David 3X, my boy. He wants Wild 9 on PlayStation. Wild 9's, I love that game.
Wild 9, what's that?
Yeah, it's like a game. I don't even know how to explain it. You have like a laser gun, sorta, and it like you like pick up enemies and you can like fling them all around and solve puzzles. But yeah, I don't know how to explain it. It's fun. Yeah.
So
it was on a demo disc I picked up, but no one really talked about it.
So yeah, if another Square game they could probably put on there, Chrono Cross, maybe. Like, to say, like, well, we put Chrono Cross on here. The Super Nintendo didn't put Chrono Trigger on it. So, Klonoa. I want Klonoa on it. Klonoa Door to Phantomile.
What was that
That's a
one?
subtitle?
Yeah.
Was Ape Escape the one where you had a net?
Yeah, though
like, okay.
that required the DualShock though. That had
that one like
yeah.
you needed the thing like to get that.
So that can't be on it.
Didn't you need a DualShock? Well, okay, because I remember my dad when he was playing Metal Gear Solid. There's like a scene where Snake is getting electrocuted, and you need to like to spin the thing to like keep him from dying. So was it like, did you need it for that?
For what?
Did you need the DualShock for Metal Gear Solid? Because I remember him like playing. I don't remember.
Yeah, somebody says Xenogears.
Silent Hill. Put Silent Hill on there.
Nice, rated M.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I'm thinking they're only going to have up to rated T because they want to sell it to everybody.
What about Spider-Man 2 Enter Electro.
Yeah, if anything, if they could, they would put the first one on there.
Yeah, they better. Well, I mean, they're probably not gonna put two of them.
Yeah, Twisted Metal. Somebody said. Yeah, Twisted Metal.
That's not for kids. It's a violent game about a
it's
serial
very
killer.
Isn't it rated
violent.
T though?
Yeah, but it's not like a serial killer going to hunt people down. So
I thought that game was rated M.
Yeah,
well, I mean, the later ones are rated M, but I'm saying like probably the first one's like.
I'm surprised they revealed the list and they put Ridge Racer rather than though Ridge Racer is Namco, rather than Gran Turismo because that's a Sony property.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Which place?
Yeah, it's some kind of Tony Hawk Pro Skater. I'm not sure if they could get the rights to that though.
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater was awesome when you had Darth Maul, but that was for PlayStation 2.
Yeah, and the PS1 has like a ton of RPGs to choose from, so they.
Oh yeah, they could put Legend of Legaia on there for anyone in the chat who remembers that.
Yes,
Damn.
that's a fun game.
That was a fun game. That was the first RPG I ever played, and I was just like, "What is this shit?"
Okay, Twisted Metal is indeed rated T. How about that? For some reason, I really thought it was M.
The later ones are M
Mhm.
because they're fucked up. Fucking serial killer hunting his daughter.
Yeah. All right. I guess we can move on to questions. So if you want to ask us any questions, our Twitter handles are right here. Or if you want to use a super chat, you can do that. Which we already got one. We got one from Deli18 as I open up my thing here. My live dashboard is like really slow right now. Okay, here we go. Just load up, please. Why is this being so slow? I know Deli18 had one. I don't see it here.
I can just read it to you.
Yeah, can you read it to me?
Yeah, it says thoughts on recap/clip show episodes in general.
You know, I like them when they're done right. Like, you know, when they actually add more to them. If they're gonna do a clip show, then make it entertaining. Don't just be like, oh, a flashback to this scene. Like Legend of Korra had a pretty good clip show where they're like, okay, well, we have to, you know, we're not just gonna show the whole thing like back in the past. We'll have the characters and these little things like talk over, like, oh, you fucked up here.
Right?
God
Yeah,
damn, bro,
I love that. Bit.
Yeah, I love
It was
that.
their grandma talking to Bolin and Mako, right?
Yeah, and then his cousin too. He's just like, well, you kissed two girls? Not cool, bro. And he's just like,
Mako, that is not the way I raised you. And he's like, man, you don't even know, man. Like,
yeah, so if they do it like
so bad for Mako. Mako's just trying, man.
no, fuck Mako.
Man,
That is not how you do this shit.
just trying.
No, you know what? The first one, second season with Sami, I was just like, no, you tell Court, honey, we broke up. I'm with her again now. Just
how is this hard? Whatever.
God.
Anyways, yes, Korra and Avatar both did recap episodes really well. Naruto sucks at it a lot.
Anime sucks
Anime
in general.
sucks at it. Yeah.
Because like they'll just literally have a narrator just tell you this is what happened and this is why this happened.
You know what? I have a couple of recap and clip shows episodes that I can think of because the first one that came to mind was the Powerpuff Girls one where they just start making up other things that just didn't happen in the show.
Oh yeah, like when they were teenagers in the mall.
Yeah,
it was like remember when we were teenagers in the mall? And like remember when freaking Professor became a baby? We all became babies or something like that.
Yeah.
It's just like when did this happen?
And then there's from the Clerks animated series. The second episode is a clip show. And it's just like
One
random
episode?
stuff.
Yeah, they can be done correctly.
Yeah.
Like Kill la Kill did it properly. It was 1 minute. Just like Deli18 said. That was so true. It was literally just 1 minute and then they got onto the new episode.
Right.
Yeah.
We were gonna have
Let me
a clip
open up
show.
my Twitter on my phone here.
But
'cause
clip
my
shows
computer's
suck.
being slow.
We're doing Q&A. We're doing
Yeah, Ryan Walterson said the first Simpsons
Q&A.
clip show is good.
Ask.
All right. Did you hear, guys, that the Rocko's Modern Life movie is going to be on Netflix, possibly? I did hear about that. I'm not sure if that's actually going to be true. Like, are they going to air it on TV first and then put it on Netflix? I'm not sure. Like, if that's what they're doing or not.
If that's the case, wouldn't they have the Hey Arnold one on Netflix too?
Yeah.
I don't know. That movie wasn't that great in hindsight.
Which
it was just
one?
fun for nostalgia. The Hey Arnold Jungle movie. There's some parts I look at it where I'm like, this is fun, but it's not as like great as like I was like, oh shit, this is fucking amazing the first time I saw it. Like the hype brain wore off.
Right, yeah, that happens a lot. It's hard for me to judge a movie until I sit on it for a while.
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta answer this in the chat. Can the virus stop the grimace? Nothing can stop the grimace. I just remember that from the Clerks series. It's great.
Oh my goodness.
Evan
McDonald's,
Emmanuel
man.
asks, have you played the Seal the Deal DLC from A Hat in Time? I still haven't played A Hat in Time. I need to play it at some point. Let's see. Waddles asks, did you know that Nickelodeon doesn't care about the new series on TV? Instead, they just put shows on Netflix? I guess
If that was true, then what?
I guess that's
Loud House?
relating to the
Nick Splat thing?
not the Nick Splat thing, but the Rocko's Modern Life thing.
I mean, oh, yeah. Speaking of which, did y'all see the premiere for the Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle thing?
no.
No?
Oh, okay. Well, that was last week, and they have like new episodes coming now. So that was just. I'll say this about the Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle series. This is an animation podcast. Best animation out of all the Ninja Turtle series ever.
It looks like it, yeah.
But all the characters are literally the same. They're all just their personalities are all the same, and then it's just like it's very Nicktoonish. But there you go. I'll just say that best fight scene, the best animation, but it has a long way to go. His Splinter's a dick. Like he refers to them by their color instead of like their names. Like, oh, I didn't know blue was supposed to be the funny one. I thought that was purple. And it's just like, oh, okay,
Wow.
that's kind of messed up. You shouldn't say that about your kids. Yeah. Those are your kids.
All right. Ryan Walterson asks, favorite Dr. Seuss book?
My favorite Dr. Seuss book. I like. Yeah, you know, I prefer
Green Eggs and Ham, which is
Can we say-
becoming a 22-minute, like 26 episode series on Netflix. the most expensive animated production ever happening.
Is it so? It's 2D.
Yeah,
It's 2D.
I think so.
No, I do not want them green eggs.
I don't know how they're doing it. It sounds
in
like
every
somebody.
episode-
It sounds like somebody like made it on a bet.
So you know what? Well, I think what they're gonna do is, you know, he's like, I will not eat this with a fox. I will not eat this, and you know, I think they're just gonna make entire episodes around that. Like, come on, I'm a fox, eat it with me. You know, it's like, I'm a fox. Come on, it's just like no.
Just like each rhyme is its own episode title.
Yeah, exactly. So it's gonna be like that's how they spread it out that long. It's just no.
My favorite is probably There's a Rocket in My Pocket because that's
It's a rap.
it's a rap.
There's a rocket in my pocket, and it got a.
I love it so much.
There's a fucking in the. It's just it's so good. The rap is so good.
Rocket in my pocket.
Oh god, I wish this was animation instead of books. Because like I like the Cat in the Hat animation is one of my favorite animations ever because it's just so funny. Because the fish is like stressing out so bad, and he's just like, they're not things, and you're not the real cat. What? Who ever heard of a 6-foot cat? And he's like, but I haven't. It's just the way he's talking to the kid. He's like stressing out. Just like, who's heard of a talking fish? When did you start talking? Why are you speaking? It's so funny.
We have a couple more questions from Ryan here. Favorite Arthur episode, which I actually have an answer for.
The South Park one.
What?
I like the South.
Oh
Park
yeah, that's
episode.
right. They did do that.
The one because they did Beavis and Butthead, South Park, Dr. Katz. I forgot what it was. They were like because they kept like telling their own story, but it was funny. Oh, and then the Censor Beep episode. This one.
It's such a long time since
My favorite episode was like I saw it as a kid, or like an older kid, where Buster and and their whole like class went on a field trip to go look for fossils, and like Buster was like obsessed with fossils and dinosaurs, I was like, holy shit, I'm Buster, because I was like super into dinosaurs at the time. I guess I still am a little bit, but yeah, and like he like refused to leave until he could find something, and he found like a footprint. So yeah, that's my favorite episode where Buster like obsesses over fossils.
Remember when Buster had to write a book report, and he was just like, "Yeah, I did it on this movie, The Face That Ate Everyone." And it was like, Buster, that's not based on a book. What are you talking about? All movies are based on books. No, they're not. And then like I had to explain it to him, and he was like,
I don't think I have any favorite episodes. I just have like favorite quotes from that show because it's been so long since I've watched it. I only remember the quotes rather than the episodes.
Like the DW cursing.
I just remember
episode.
that fossil episode so vividly because like it was something on TV where I was like, I didn't know they made stuff about this on TV.
The one with like what? Okay, you know what? I gotta give them props just for the censorship episode with DW because they actually use actual censored bleep. Like everything else always uses like just a random noise like a dolphin squeak or like just a or you said the and, like even
told you
Girl.
Not to touch it.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just like Powerpuff Girls, like they didn't even say it. It's like I think that's a verb, but it can also be used as an adjective, and it's just like we like that, and they just kept like doing things like that. But the fact they actually use a censor bleep makes it so much funnier because you're just like you could just put in any word like DW. I told you to come. Fuck.
All right, so we got
that episode. Yeah, that was a good episode.
Yeah, we got a super chat here from Tyler. Thoughts on Venture Brothers Season 7? I have 2 episodes left of this 8-episode season. P.S. Miss Tomorrow on POS. What?
Fuck. I didn't know Season 7 that was out. I used to be really caught up on Venture Brothers.
Yeah, I need to, like, watch the series, because I've only seen, like, it when it was, like, airing on Adult Swim. I mean, it still is airing on Adult Swim.
It's still going on strong.
Yeah.
Like even when I was
just like
sixth grade.
It's just like the seasons are like so spread out.
Yeah,
they are. They like take too much time between seasons. This was like I think that came out like I saw the pilot. I want to say when I was like I know I was in middle school at the time, and I didn't expect it to go on this long because Aqua Teen Hunger Force that went on forever, but finally ended. And so it's just like. The seasons do get really, really good. Like I remember season 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I watched them on Watch Cartoon like just years later. And I'm like, oh my god, I'm all caught up now, and it's fantastic. The show's comedy still holds up. It's just, I guess, all that time they take between things. It's just like we got to make sure we're funny. We got to make sure like the story's actually good. So they've been doing really good. But I haven't seen season, I want to say 6 and 7. I remember the last thing I remember was the Monarch. So anyone in the chat tell me this. The Monarch was all right about to do Dr. Girlfriend in the barn, but he knocked her unconscious because he had to go sneak off somewhere. And then Dr. Venture was rich. That's what I remember. That's all I remember. But yeah, that's a really good series. If any of y'all remember which season that was from, that would help me because that was the episode I left off on watching, and I need to catch up from there. So yeah.
All right.
Yes.
So Ryan asks, this was inevitable. Thoughts on Bowsette?
You know what?
Oh my god.
If I can be real, like I didn't think much of. I mean, look, she's still hot as fuck. She is. She's hot as fuck. That's what it is. Like, well, he is hot as fuck because Paleo just explains
it's Bowser. Yeah.
And so it's just like, that one. I think it's fun. Like kids are having fun with this.
I love how like it sort of spawned more Lord of the Rings memes afterwards because like people are like showing like the crown as the one ring. They're like, it's too powerful.
Maybe I'm just like anti-fun because it is all I am seeing for the past 2 days. I'm like, geez,
no, you're just
man.
hate artists.
I'm so like so bored. Like no, I'm not even joking. Like I go on Twitter and I scroll down and like
yeah, it's been like
down my Twitter right now.
It's been like 3 days and like it's everywhere.
it's like I just want to see other things on the
Yeah,
internet.
no, I'm also retweeting his bunch of stuff, and you follow like 3 people, so you see a lot of
Yeah.
it.
And I go on Discord too. Like other Discord servers is blasted with it. Like there was legit a 7-hour time period where there was exclusively Bowsette posted, and I was like, oh my lord, what is happening? I haven't seen like the internet crumble quite this much in a while.
Yeah, and
Like,
now
just focus on one
Japan
thing.
got into it, and Japan is like #1 on Japan right now
Right.
for trending. on
So
Twitter.
yeah, and they're bonding
Like,
over
I'm not gonna say the character is not cool. It's a cool idea for the character.
Yeah,
because
because it all spawned from one comic.
one comment.
Yeah.
So how does that creator feel?
Probably
I
good.
spawned this.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, because like that one comic has like almost like 200,000 likes on it right now, like almost 100,000 retweets at this point.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's
Wow.
just I don't think it even matters what the content is. I think it's just something gets that much attention as like the exclusive content of the internet for 3 days. I'm gonna get tired of it.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fad. I feel like it's a fad. It's like I almost said Earth Chan, but that's last. I see that pop up and down and now and then, but it's not as prevalent as it used to be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, kids will have their fun. Go fap
Alright.
to whatever you want to fap to.
Waddles asks thoughts on don't hug me, I'm scared getting a series. Yeah, I saw that. I was like, oh,
Like an
interesting.
actual series.
Yeah, an actual
Like
series.
an action. Okay.
Yeah.
Me and Carl watched that together. Like that's like one thing we bonded over. Like that, we just like watch those together. So, yeah, I'm interested in what they're gonna do with that. That's a fun. Mm.
All
Don't
right.
tell Katie you said that, Run Ham.
Waddles asks again, did anyone see the 16 reunion about PSA? I haven't seen 16 a lot, but I didn't see the reunion thing at all.
The
No,
reunion
no.
thing was literally them talking like in a chat room. I mean, it wasn't them talking in a chat room, but like the way they spoke to each other was just like you could see that like in a Discord chat, like, oh, what does this have anyway? Like it was just like one of those type of things.
How old are the 16 kids now? Because they're not 16 anymore.
They look the same though.
Oh, okay.
They didn't
Well,
change their like designs to make them look older or something like
mhm.
that.
See, Mirth Mauser asks, this is a question for Jaxblade. Have you seen the DBZ abridged finale? I assume you have since you're such a big Dragon Ball fan. If so, what do you think?
Oh yeah, I liked it a lot. I thought that what's funny about Dragon Ball Z Abridged is they took the series and originally just started off as like a comedy abridged series, but they told the story. But then somewhere along the line, they just started telling more of the story and just adding comedy. So now it became one of those things where like you actually want to know the story of Dragon Ball Z, you can watch Dragon Ball Z Abridged and like have a pretty good understanding because most of the stuff they do is on point with the series because they're all really true fans of it. So I thought it was really well done. Like I love what they did with it. Yeah, it was fantastic. Loved the incredible respect from him. And then that whole ending with Krillin in 18. Good on you.
Ryan asks, have you ever had a celebrity encounter?
Yes.
Like how
Yep.
big of a celebrity are you talking about?
I saw Emma
I mean-
Watson in New
I mean,
York.
You saw Tara Strong many times, right?
She's
Okay.
not really a celebrity
Yeah,
though.
we're talking about
I mean, don't
real
tell
celebrities.
So she really? Okay, she doesn't count?
She's
No,
mainly a
she's
voice
a
actor.
celebrity.
She's not really like a real actor.
Wow!
Someone clip this and put it on
I'm-
Twitter.
I'm gonna be Chris Rock here.
Yeah, you're gonna be Chris.
God.
Strong. They paid me $1 million.
I don't know, I guess to me that counts as a celebrity, but I guess when you say celebrity, you mean like Will Smith and like
John Delancey's technically more of a celebrity than her.
Yeah,
because he was
technically.
on Star Trek. He was on Star Trek, and that's like a big thing. I mean, no, we're joking.
Talk
here.
about
Like, Tara
undermining
Strong-
animation too, Jay says. Yeah. That's...
Yeah.
so
The
rude.
thing is, like, we're joking. Like, Tara Strong is a celebrity, but it's not like one of those ones where you go, "Oh, that's fucking Will Smith. That's The Rock. That's Arnold Schwarzenegger." Like, it's not something like that. Like, for me, I remember I was at McDonald's and I saw Emma Watson in New York at the Goblet of Fire premiere when I was like 14.
because she was like walking across the street with her like security. And that's all I didn't. I mean, oh shit, that doesn't count as a counter too, because I was just like, I wanted to say something, but I don't think she saw it.
Yeah, Saber and I interviewed Andrew WK, like at Candlelight Gardens in like 2012. It was a convention in Ohio. So that's probably the biggest celebrity I've like encountered, like and like actually like interacted with. So
I lived in the same neighborhood as Marion Jones. I'm not sure if she's still like really famous or not, but she was like back in like early 2000s, like everyone knew Marion Jones. She was a runner. She lived in my neighborhood.
I can play 7 Degrees or something because my friend, my teacher, Pele, you met him at frickin' MomoCon. My teacher, Stephen Ross, is like the blood nephew of Bob Ross, like the Bob Ross, like with the afro.
Not that other Bob Ross, the
Bob Ross. Like he actually is. Like he has pictures of that around the house. I was like, that's fascinating. I mean, didn't get a chance to meet, but there you go.
All right, Ozzy, as thoughts on Space Jam is actually happened, but as a reboot. Oh yeah, I forgot Space Jam 2.
Oh shit, yeah, we can talk about that. But you know what?
Actually happened, but as a are they doing it as a reboot, or like are they doing like just
it better be a sequel. You know what? Like Jim brought up a really valid point. They should have the Looney Tunes versus the Tiny Tunes. Like, that'd be just genius.
That'd be great.
Like, and then like Lola Bunny. Like the whole thing with Lola Bunny is like people have been saying like, well, what Lola comes back, and it's just like I do love LTS Lola. That's what I'm just gonna call her, LTS Lola. But then it's just like nostalgia is OP buff. That's just like I do kind of like Kath Souzie, but then it's just like okay, if it's Kath Souzie voicing Lola, it would make more sense for her because it's like Space Jam 2. But then if she had the personality from the LTS show, I wouldn't mind it. But then you need the voice from the LTS show to do it. So you should just get Kristen Wiig should just be Lola's sister.
I think that's who it is.
Yeah, Kristen Wiig should just be Lola's sister. And then like the great, like that's one of the things because I gotta say nostalgia is such a hopey buff. Like if Kath Souzie wasn't the voice of Lola,
busted.
It really is. Nostalgia is really busted. Just because I need Kath Souzie as Lola. Like, you know, if she had the body of Space Jam Lola, but then the voice of LTS Lola, that actually probably could work for me.
Yeah. Ozzy also asked, thoughts on OKKO crossover coming out October 8th on Columbus Day. Okay, so yeah, it isn't out yet.
Yeah, October 8th.
But yeah, they're doing a little crossover with Steven Universe, Teen Titans, and Ben 10.
And more.
And more?
Yeah, like more people. They might have Samurai Jack in there.
Cool.
Yeah, so that's cool.
But yeah, I'll watch it. I need to like, I think I'm caught up on OKKO, but yeah, it's pretty fun.
You're right, Ryan. I forgot Corey Coleman's magnum opus is Space Jam because he made it. Like that's true. All he did was draw a shadow on Tweety Bird on an iron lung, and he was like higher than most everyone else who worked on the art department, and that's all he did was just do that because Corey Coleman. So it's just like that's his magnum opus.
Ryan asks, favorite non-Disney villain song. Non-Disney?
Oh,
don't make me laugh.
Oh my yeah, the friggin' oh my god.
You know what? If it's anything sung by Tim Curry, I like it because you remember that like he was that sludge monster in Fern Gully?
Oh yeah, in Fern Gully. Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Or, wait, you know what? Does that lizard thing in Fern Gully count? Where he was like, if I'm gonna eat somebody,
yeah,
might as well be. But he turned into a good guy. Like literally, he's just like, oh, I'm. He's like, welcome to the food chain. I'm gonna eat your ass now.
What? Oh, you know what? Big and Loud from Darla Dimple. And
oh yeah, that was great.
Oh, Darla Dimple's freaking awesome. Mm-hmm. I love her. She's a great villain.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
All right.
Alright,
Let's see here.
speedrunner.
Ryan, you asked a ton of questions. I'm gonna.
Speedrunner.
All right, I'm gonna go to
that.
somebody else for a little bit.
Well, Speedrunner asked,
Um,
I guess, Speedrunner in the chat said, top 5 My Hero characters. You guys can go.
Top 5 My Hero characters?
My Hero Academia characters, of course. So,
Man, my tier list has changed. I haven't made a tier list since the beginning of season 2. So
well, my character.
I'd have to think on it a bit more.
I'm my photo right now. So.
let me go find my tier list. Let's come back to that in like 3 minutes.
Okay. Because
Julie
my
Girl,
favorite boy.
Julie Girl, 713s. How do you feel about the show? A show like BoJack Horseman going on cable TV on Comedy Central. Yeah, they started airing BoJack on Comedy Central now.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why. I mean, I guess
Get
they're
more-
like we're like, oh, this show is on Netflix, or do they say it's on Netflix?
So the
Like-
baby boomers can watch it because they're not caught up with all the tech stuff.
Wow.
Whatever.
Whatever.
Oh, so here's actually a
Really indifferent to it, honestly.
There's actually a question related to My Hero Academia. David 3X asks if you were a My Hero Academia anime, what type of quirk would you like to have?
Omnipotence.
That's so hard. That's also busted.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a busted quirk.
No, you know what? There are like 6 busted quirks I could say, but I'm not gonna say them. Because you'll see soon.
What?
Where's my fucking medicine? Give me Dragon Ball Z powers as my quirk. There you go. There, give me. And that's not. Yeah, it is. It's really busted. I need a busted quirk because I'm a busted character.
I want some. It's hard to like pin down. That's a question that would take forever to think about. But I would want some kind of utility quirk. I don't want like the raw power quirk. I want to be like.
Okay, you know
I want
what?
to be the person that like sets up other people.
Oh, you know what?
Hmm.
I know what quirk I really do want. So I'm just gonna say. I won't say what it is, but I'll say his name. I'll say I want his quirk. Y'all already know in the chat because you saw what I posted. So there we go. There you go. Easy.
So there you go.
I got a question here from Jonathan Marks, and then I'll go to a super chat that DJ Skywalker said. Says one, why doesn't Cartoon Network revive shows like Nickelodeon does? 2, are you excited for Space Jam 2 movie that's coming in 2020 starring LeBron James? Man, I'm probably gonna see it. But as far as the first question goes, they've already sort of done that because they did it with the Powerpuff Girls, which was terrible.
Samurai Jack was great though.
Yeah,
So it's
Samurai Jack was good. They did it with that. They did it with Ben 10, which people don't like.
They did it several times with Ben 10. They've been doing that like consistently. Yeah. This is like so many times.
I mean, I was never into the show to begin with, so I don't care. But yeah, so Cartoon Network has done it a few times. It's like
Johnny Bravo when he comes back. Well, technically, all of them came back for cameos in Uncle Grandpa for the Cartoon Awards.
Yeah.
And they're just like, this is bullshit. Why is he winning everything? So,
Yeah. Oh, so DJ Skywalker asks as a super chat, since Saber couldn't be here tonight, how about you all share your favorite memories that you have of Saber? Favorite memories of Saber.
I have a good one. There's like 3 I can think of.
Inappropriate.
Yeah. Oh, there's something a bit like kind of sentimental, I guess, that I found
Are
out.
we going sentimental or funny?
Both.
Whichever one you want.
Whichever one you want, but
Because I have like a really sentimental one, and then I have like a really like funny one.
Because there's this one thing that I found out from Saber when I visited back in like when I can't remember, it was the last time I visited or sometime in the summer. So one time I visited him this year, where I went into his like recording space because it records in his closet. and he has a picture that that Sydney took of me and him back at BronyCon one year, and he has it up like above his microphone, and he says he has it up there so he feels like he's talking to me when he's recording. I was like, that's so sweet.
Stop being a sweet.
Oh, my bisexual heart. That's sweet.
It's kind of lewd, whatever. I miss, because we used to room together a lot more, like during the beginning of our convention circuit.
Yeah.
Now we have so many people that we kind of like split rooms sometimes. But when Saber and I and Paleo and whoever else used to like share rooms, I used to enjoy, like after a long day of convention and constantly moving and whatnot, it was nice to just chill with your friends. And like before we went to sleep, we'd like shut the lights off, but then we just talk like in the darkness for like an hour or whatnot. And sometimes it's just fun to talk about lewd shit with your friends. So we're like, all right, so from least to highest, like if all the ponies were female or if all the ponies were humans, which one would you bet first? And we're like, it's like stuff like that. Fun times with Saber. I kind of miss those times, honestly.
Yeah. We're talking about him like he's dead.
I remember Steven.
Do you have anything, Jax?
I do. I'm just like, okay, you know what? Fine, fuck it. Since y'all had to go and ruin it, be all sentimental and bullshit. Okay, so this happened last year at a con, and I was like going through some like personal stuff because I was at the con, and so I went to talk to Steven about something, and I was venting about personal issues and like personal stuff I was just going through, and he was just like being a friend and caring. And then like it was funny, like I think you mentioned this on the Seven Perfect Podcast, but like it got to a part where you like, I don't know, I just broke down because I felt like really emotional about something I was going through, and I like literally was crying my eyes out, and then like Steven was just like hugging me, and he was like putting his back on me, and it was just like there and stuff like that, and just like let me vent, and then like give me encouraging words and like give me stuff to go forward. And I was just like, that was genuinely nice. That was genuinely, I needed that. Like I was going through a bunch of stuff where I was repressing it, and I was just like, oh, I needed that. So I'm always grateful to him for that night. So yeah, there you go. That's the sentimental one, since I couldn't do the stupid joke one where we both got. Yeah.
I have my top 5 Hero Academia characters, by the way.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'll go from just 1 to 5, whatever. Ida is my favorite. I don't think he can be overtaken. Fumikage is number 2. Tsuyu is number 3. Mr. Aizawa is number 4. And Bakugo is number 5.
Okay. Paleo?
Hmm?
You got yours?
Oh, I don't know. I can't, like...
You can just choose 3 if you want.
3?
Yeah.
Let's see. Momo, Sue and Deku in no, like, particular order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. My favorite character, since he's my profile picture, is Mirio. My favorite fucking character. This is not a spoiler. I know because I tested this and I asked. So yes. All Might. And you know what? I'm flipping back and forth. Like I do love Aizawa, but I also do really like Uraraka. I love Uraraka. Like I just love her as a character. But I also do genuinely like Momo Yajirosa, besides her, you know, I like her as a character. And I do like Kirishima. Yeah. There you go.
Kirishima's he's so wholesome. I love him to death.
Yeah, I like him. He has that den of manliness. I have that.
Right.
All right. So one last question before we go because that's like a.
Can I make it two really quickly? Can I say this one?
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, Deli18 asked a while ago, and I'm just not seeing it. He asked it in the chat, but he's asking if I watched Gabriel Dropout yesterday, because last time I said I'd watch Gabriel Dropout, I watched one episode, and here's the reason why. I think it is a show that both Paleo and Jax would also enjoy watching, so I want to watch it with them. Yeah, after I watched the first episode, I was like, I need to watch this with people.
Gabriel Drop.
Yeah.
It's a what?
It's just that kind of show that I think all three of us would enjoy watching. So.
Oh, okay.
So I've only watched one episode, Deli.
All right. Mr. No Name asks, and we'll end on this one. Question: how long do you think Adult Swim will hold on to Adventure Brothers for, seeing how it's now past Adventure Time and Aqua Teen, as far as like longest running goes?
Well, I mean, like, isn't the only reason they're longest running is because like they take so long between?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like
it's still on.
running,
It's like on season 7.
It's on like season 7.
From like when did it start? Like 2003.
2003, because I was in middle school.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I like them.
Yeah.
Like them a lot. Yes.
All right. Oh, we got one more super chat.
You ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, we got one more super chat from Deli18. Opinions on Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. It's great. I love it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dragon titties.
Yeah, it's Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. Give us a second season, please.
Yes.
I really like the intro.
Yeah, the intro is really fun.
But Hirasashi, you do realize you're Kobayashi, right?
Apparently.
Yeah, you
are.
are.
I only saw it a little bit when we watched that BronyCon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only bit of it I've seen, but I was like, this theme song is really catchy.
You're legitimately Kobayashi. Like, the way she reacts to situations, just like, yeah, that's how freaking...
Doesn't she also, like, code? Isn't that, like, her job?
Yeah, she does.
That's really funny.
Yeah, exactly. And she's also like, oh, man. Like, and then just the way she reacts to certain things, just like, I could imagine you, like, oh, well, this is happening now.
Yeah, so, yeah, Speedwagon says Gabriel Dropout greater than Dragon Maid, because apparently I've heard it compared to Dragon Maid, so that's probably why you said that...
Yeah. From the one episode I watched, I guess I've only seen one episode, but I was having a good time. I want to watch more.
Is it an anime?
Yep.
Is it a boob anime?
Did any of the characters have boobs? Not really. I don't know. Not that I've noticed, but
is it like Mitsudomo funny?
It's more. It's more of just like you're really standard like slice of life comedy kind of.
I like
show.
slice of life.
Like with your four girls and they go to school, and one of them's like a hikikomori. Yeah, it's I guess like Lucky Star in a way. I mean, it's different, but it's the same in that it's like 4 girls in high school.
Okay.
Living life kind of deal.
I like that.
One of them's a little demon girl who tries to be an evil demon girl, but the angel is more evil than she is.
I thought you said she's slice of life.
It is slice of life.
So this is angels and demons fighting each other now?
No, they're not fighting each other. They're going to school together.
Okay. I mean,
I like the little demon girl with her red hair and like the loops, and I forget her name. It starts with an S, I think. But yeah, she was funny. She's probably my favorite so far.
Yeah, we should watch that after this.
Yes, sure. Jax, do you have time after this?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, dogs.
All right, so yeah, we got to end the podcast because we've been going on for too long. So
it's only 11 o'clock, but yep.
Yeah, we've been on for 2 hours. So yeah, so join us next time, everybody, in October. It'll be Spooktober or whatever they call it these days. Whatever they call it. What?
Oh, it'll be the day after my birthday.
Yeah, it will. The day after your birthday.
The day after his birthday. So y'all know when his birthday is now. So be sure to go wish him happy birthday on his
Y'all
Twitter.
need to do none of that. Don't even worry about it.
I'm going to remind you a day after on Twitter.
All right.
All right. Bye, everybody. See you next time.
Bye.